Welcome in, everybody. It's the top headlines and Age of the Stuck Sports. We're doing March Madness. We got PGA results. We have UFC results. It's going to be an exciting show. UFC fight was amazing, by the way. Not even a pay-per-view fight on ESPN Plus for free. If you have ESPN Plus, it was freaking awesome. So let's get into the top headlines. Auburn Tigers are out of the tournament. NBA prospect Jabari Smith non-committable on future. So this is out of Greenville, South Carolina. Jabari Smith could be the first pick in the NBA draft, but after one of the most dismal outings of his career, he wasn't ready to announce plans to leave Auburn as of yet. A 79-61 loss to Miami in the second round. Miami moves on to the NCAA Tournament Sweet 16. Next, Iowa State continues stunning turnaround from 2-22 season. That's right, 2 wins, 22 losses. Overwhelms Wisconsin to land in the Sweet 16. This was out of Milwaukee. Iowa State coach T.J. Altelberger assembled his team for the first time in June. He never put specific numbers on goals ahead, but the numbers have been bleak enough for the Cyclones in 2020 and 2021. Just 2 wins, none after December 2020, and 18 straight losses to close the program's worst season since 1925. But Iowa State Cyclones heading to the Sweet 16. Next, offensive tackle Trent Brown agrees to a 2-year deal. Return to the New England Patriots. Free agent Trent Brown, Drew and Jason Rosenhaus as his agents, confirmed Monday morning that Brown agreed to a 2-year deal with the franchise. Brown's return helps solidify the right side of the offensive line. A starting right guard Shaq Mason was traded to Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay. There's your top headlines for your Monday.
Listen to my daddy on AJ Let's Talk Sports podcast and YouTube, and subscribe.
I've been lower than the floor. That negativity you force on top of me. Only I can set me free. I wanna be the best that I can be. You gotta go.
All right, now we're into our topic of conversation, our results show from the weekend, and we're going to be talking about March Madness probably for a little bit here because there's been a lot of shakeups since we talked on Friday, and we didn't really talk about we just talked kind of about the picks. My ESPN fantasy picks are actually doing pretty good. Ohio State's out of there against Villanova. They were tough. Kyle Young got hurt, and it just kind of went downhill after that in the second half. But Villanova is just a tough team, led by Gillespie, the point guard. He's really tough, too, coming off that knee injury. He had that sleeve on his left side of his knee, but drop dimes, can stop like a dime, can turn on a dime. He's everything but dimes. He's a dime. Everybody likes talking about he's a bucket. He's a dime. Anyways, coming out of the PGA results, I wanted to talk about that for a second. So I picked Dustin Johnson. I picked DJ because he hasn't won in a little bit. It seems like he won last year or whatever. Now, Riley was right there. Nesmith was right there. But Sam Burns and Riley go into an overtime playoff hole, and Burns wins 7-4 with 17 under. Justin Thomas is right there, tied for third. Stuart Sink, the older guy, he got 12 under. He's tied for 7th. He's right there. Koepka, he wasn't tied for 12th, so he kind of came out of nowhere. Shane Lowry, he's been up there for the past couple weeks. Schauffele, Tommy Fleetwood was one of my second picks, but he got tied for 16th. And Thomas, I think Dustin Johnson was down at 5 under, finishes at 39, tied to 39th place. So there's your results. Didn't get to watch really in that much at the Copperhead course, $7.8 million purse that just ended. So we're kind of looking forward to next week. I think it's the Valero Texas Open, but don't quote me. The Masters coming up in a couple weeks, so looking forward to the Masters. That's always a good time in the PGA Tour golfing. Now, I was going to go back and talk about, we got UFC fights, we got NCAA Madness round 1, round 2. That was last Thursday and Friday. Then we're heading to Sweet 16 starting Thursday. So we're going to go and try to talk about these matchups, at least the ones that I got to watch. So starting with Ohio State and Villanova. Now, they needed to make more ball movement, to me, at least for Ohio State. Coach Holtman isn't really that great of a coach to me. They need to make more team plays. Villanova, you can obviously see the fluidity of offense with them and on defense. Now, Ohio State has really good defense, but the offense kind of lacked. I mean, you had to have one person or two people step up, and it wasn't really that good of ball movement for me, at least. More like it was more one-on-one sets. You're not going to beat Villanova on one-on-one sets, just like Reggie Miller said. I totally agree with Reggie Miller. I was saying that throughout the broadcast as well when I was watching it live, and I was just saying, Ohio State, you got to play team ball. And they just go to E.J. Liddell. He would try to force it. I saw him a couple times force it with triple teams, double teams. But Malachi Branham, he was a beast. I mean, I would just give it to him every time, but he was a hit and miss. In the very beginning, he wasn't really making all this shots. And then all of a sudden he came in and was just dropping dimes. I think he had over 25 points. E.J. Liddell had a good amount of points. Kyle Young, unfortunately, got another concussion probably. He went out at the end of the second half. So we didn't have him, his leadership and his tenacity. Wheeler had to step up a little bit. So he did okay, but not down the stretch. And then it just crumbled after that in the second half, and then couldn't finish in the end. And this Villanova was just too tough, in my opinion. Houston, the 5-4 seed, Illinois. I had Illinois winning, but Houston comes out of nowhere, beats them 68-53. Pretty dominant for Houston. Watch out for the Cougars. Michigan State, Duke got Duke. Iowa State, Wisconsin. Iowa State topples Wisconsin. Wisconsin only scores 49 points. Good defense in that matchup. Notre Dame, Texas Tech. I have Texas Tech, and they win. Miami, Auburn, another upset seed. Number 10 seed is in the Sweet 16. Miami gets it. Texas, Purdue. I don't even have Purdue. My East bracket is shot. Purdue's in there, 81-71 over Texas. TCU, Arizona. TCU almost topples Arizona in overtime, and Arizona only wins by 5. So they were saying Arizona was a tough team and a tough, tight team, but TCU gave them a bunch of stuff in that South bracket. So kind of anxious to see what that Sweet 16 matchup will do on Thursday. Let's take a look at it, by the way, while we're here. It's Arkansas and Gonzaga, number 1 and number 4 seeds. That's on CBS at 7 o'clock at night. This is a Thursday night game. So we're just going to talk about this Thursday night. And more to come on this throughout the week. And in my Thursday show, we're going to probably talk about this as well. So Arkansas, Gonzaga, we got Michigan, Villanova. So after Ohio State lost to Villanova, it's Michigan's turn to see what they can do on TBS. Villanova favored by 5, by the way. 7:29 start time on TBS. Texas Tech, Duke. That's going to be a really good matchup at 2 and 3 on CBS. That's going to be after the Arkansas Gonzaga game. If you guys are going to stay up late for this one, Texas Tech favored by 1.5, so it's going to be really tight. Houston Cougars and Arizona Wildcats. That's going to be on TBS. Arizona favored by 2. So watch out for Houston. That 5 seed, Houston Cougars, looks tough. Arkansas is going to be tough with Gonzaga, but I think Gonzaga gets the win. On my one bracket that I'm doing really well in, I have Gonzaga winning the whole thing. So kind of anxious to see what happens there. There's your NCAA results and kind of what is going to happen throughout this week with the Sweet 16 starting Thursday. Now we're going to get into the UFC results here. Now, I did really, really well, by the way, on my my picks. I went undefeated, by the way. I think I did. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I went 5-6-0. No, I didn't, because I picked Dan Hooker. So, Topuria, I had him. He dominated. I looked really bad at first with Herbert. It looked like he was going to pretty much beat him, because Topuria looked like he was a little not ready for the first round. But then he got in the second round. He does a left hook to the body, right hook to the face, and drops him. Mccann, Molly Meatball Mccann out of Liverpool, England. I'm telling you, this was the best fight card I've seen in a long time, and it was nice because it was free. Well, I have the Verizon Plus package or the Disney Plus package, but pay for it on the Verizon. But anyways, Molly Mccann versus Carolina out of Brazil. This was tough. Molly comes out like a meatball out of nowhere, just starts flying on her, just wailing on her. Carolina comes back in kind of the second. She lost the first and second round, but she had a little bit clinch. She was getting the clinch. She was getting the elbows, doing some nice kicks to the body. But Molly Mccann, you can see her setting it up for that spinning elbow with the right hook, with the right elbow. She watches. She has her kind of in the clinch, moving down, and you see her set it up. She spins that right elbow and just clocks her perfectly. And Carolina just drops like an accordion and just lays there with her eyes rolled back in her head. It was freaking crazy. But they're one of the best knockouts I've seen since Jorge Masvidal with the knee to the dome piece on what was his name? Ben Askren. Ben Askren's still sleeping on that one. Now Gunnar Nelson versus Takashi Sato. That's the only fight that went to a decision. Gunnar gets it. A lot of ground possession with the jiu-jitsu that he has coming out of Iceland. By the way, I didn't know he was from Iceland. That's pretty sweet. And he gets the win in the welterweight division. Next one, Paddy the Baddy versus Vargas. I was kind of scared on this one because Vargas looked like he was about ready to destroy this guy, which he almost did. Kind of dropped him with the right, and Vargas gets into top control, and Paddy gets against the fence, gets up. They get in a clinch. Paddy the Baddy flips him, does a nice little judo throw, toss, gets into the top position, and then gets him his back and gets the rear naked choke victory in round 1 at 349 in the lightweight division. Watch out for Paddy the Baddy, but kind of anxious to see. It's a little toss-up 50-50. I see a lot of people on that UFC discussion post. They're not ready for him to move up the rankings yet, or we just want to see because we're kind of anxious to see how he does. Come to America, get a top 10 matchup, and see what you're going to do, Paddy the Baddy, but I'm for you. Featherweight, co-main. Arnold Allen versus Dan Hooker. I don't know what was going on with Dan the Hangman Hooker in this one because he did not look good at all. This is round 1 at 233 knockout. It was kind of a TKO, standing TKO. Arnold Allen just goes swinging. Now Hooker did clock him with a left. Allen said that he didn't. Said he's kind of lost his balance, but I watched the replay in slow motion. Hooker definitely tags him with that left hook and drops Allen to his knee, but Allen gets back up, starts fighting, swinging like crazy, kind of wild punches, but they were landing, and Hooker gets dropped. Ref stops, TKO. Allen dominates. Hooker probably has to retire after this one. That was pretty bad. Heavyweight division, main event, Tom Aspinall from England. I think he's from Manchester, just like I can't even think of his name. Oh man, I can't even think of it, but I can see his face. Alexander Volkov versus Tom Aspinall. Submission, round 1, 345. That was a nice little arm lock that he did. Aspinall took Volkov down with ease. Just so simple, so perfect. It was just slick. Tom Aspinall, watch out for him in the heavyweight division. 12-2, has been fighting since he was 7 years old with his dad. His dad was in his corner for him. It was awesome. I don't know how he got so tall. His dad's not even that tall, like 5'8", it looked like. The Tom Aspinall 6'4". His mother must be tall. I don't know. But his lovely, I think his fiance or something was there. She was real pretty. Good to see the family there with him. That was really cool. But anyways, I love this fight. Love this matchup. Volkov versus Aspinall, UFC Fight Night in London. O2 Arena was rocking, dude. That was so cool to watch. And I love the time. The 4 o'clock main card start time. You had plenty. You got to watch the fight. You got to chill and relax in your home on the couch, and then you had plenty of time afterwards to watch some NCAA March Madness, dude. It was a sick weekend, fun, jam-packed sports weekend. This weekend, it was really awesome. So, props to Dana White. Dana White gave everybody who finished monies. Bonuses. So he gave out 9 bonuses because there was 9 finishes. What was it, 9 out of 12 fights out of the prelims, early prelims, and main card? 9 out of 12 finishes in this London fight. Fight more in London at the O2 Arena, dude. That was sick. Them Brits come to fight. There wasn't even an American on this card. It was all England and different from Brazil and Mexico and all that stuff. It was all over the place. Then that Gunner was from Iceland. Takashi is like Japan. Caroline, I think she was Brazilian. Herbert, I don't know where he's from, but that was really cool. Those fights were awesome. Molly Mccann, I love the meatball. I followed her on Instagram. I followed Paddy the Baddy on Instagram. Looks like he's doing really good things for the community as well. They're from a bad area in Liverpool. And I even looked up Liverpool, England. I even looked up flights to check it out there because my ancestors are from England, Somerset and Bristol. That's where they came back in 1692. Good old John came and just left the country and came to America to set up a better place for all of us, and here I am, and that's the reason why I'm here. So anyways, UFC Fight Night was freaking awesome. Quote of the day, Monday motivational quote. But first, I would like to say check out Linktree app. my link tree in my description. Check it out. They have all kinds of little cool little things in there, from if you're a homeowner to solar powered energy. It's free to do an estimate. Doesn't hurt. Check it out. Simple, easy, free. Then there's Ohio State, because I'm affiliated with Ohio State. Drop in the sponsorships. Check it out. You get my prices, 10% off and all that stuff of everything and all the merchandise sales. Check out that on the Ohio State page. Click on the Linktree app and check out the sponsorships that I have. Also, all the social media is at the bottom. So anyways, quote of the day. Also, Twitch. I'd like to bring up my Twitch. So the video gaming thing that you got, this live streaming, I got my brother involved in that. ZDP Forever is his, 4, and then EVA Forever, ZDP Forever. So we're all representing each other, and he's representing me for my sports show as well on his gaming show. So check out his platform, check out his games. He does, we do Call of Duty and all that stuff. He does Cold War. I do like kind of sports. I've got my basketball game on there as well. So that's pretty cool. Check out, mine's Buckeye for Life. Buckeye, the number 4, Life 2308. Buckeye for Life 2308 is my handle on Twitch. So check us out. So quote of the day, positive quote of the day. Moving forward takes effort, but nothing will get accomplished unless you take action. Your life path will curve and weave. There is never a straight path to happiness, success, or accomplishment. This is Cindy Cipriani. I'm moving past. Positive quote of the day. Love you guys. God bless. And you know what you're supposed to do. You tip the waitress.
Get your sports needs at AJ Let's Talk Sports. Hope you have a good day, guys. God bless. Tip your waitress.